Hi, everyone. It's Heidi with Downtown NorCal, and today I'm going to be joined by Betty Ricard. She is the owner of The Nest in Woodland. Hi, Betty.
Hi, Heidi. How are you doing today?
Doing great. So good to see you again. I wanted to check in with you about how things are going post-COVID, but before we go there, I know you've got some big news personally that impacts your store just a little bit. Can you go into that?
Yes, my husband and I are actually making a move to Idaho. Our daughter, son-in-law, and the two grandkids moved there this summer, and we had been planning to move in a couple years when we retired and thought, well, let's go with it and see what happens. So our house sold, and we're moving this Friday.
Wow, what a change for you, and right in the middle of a pandemic. So what will that mean for your store?
You know, the store will remain the same, actually. No changes, except I physically won't be there every day. I do plan to come back once a month because I will be running the store from Idaho. So I'll be coming back once a week, once a month to visit the store, see how the customers are doing, get together with the nesters to see if there's any issues or problems, and just everything remains status quo.
You have a very unique business model, and I was hoping you could share it with customers who might not be familiar with it.
I would love to. We actually have 6 different vendors in the store. So the vendor rents a space and they set up their boutique and they bring in items that they want to sell, whether it's something they're passionate about, a collection, things that they possibly make. With the different vendors, each person has their own unique offering. So for example, Kathy with Art Inspiration, she's also our art instructor, and she brings in items that she makes, whether it's using vintage windows with transfers or using vintage drying racks. We do succulent classes. So she has a unique offering. We have Matthew Taylor Home, who they previously had a store down south, and they had a florist shop as well as a gift shop. And they do wonderful creations and bring in wonderful items that add, again, a totally different offering to the consumer. Tina with Eclectic Avenue, she is a local person that has lived in Woodland since she was a little girl and has collected antiques and vintage items for many, many years. And that's what she offers to our customers. And then we have 2 new vendors that have come in. Janine Castillo with My Happy Place, who does a lot of creative items with things she finds and sort of adds a personal touch to them. And then Liz Snyder is also new, and her family has collected antiques for years. She is originally from the Bay Area, so she brings her own twist. So different people bringing different things together, and we're just one big happy family.
Your store is always very seasonally relevant, so I'm wondering what's in the store now and how's it going with COVID compared to previous years?
You know, right now we're basically screaming Halloween and fall. You know, we want everybody to feel like when they walk in, they're enjoying the feel of the store and the season. So we just started splashing Christmas. We didn't want to scream that just because when the temperatures were 91 degrees, it was hard to think, oh my God, Christmas is around the corner. So we have a touch of Christmas out as well. And in answer to your question about COVID, you know, we did see once we were able to back open in May, customers were coming back out. They were happy to be able to go someplace and feel like they're in their happy place and at home. And it was great for the first, 3 months. And then September, we saw a little bit of a change, and it's still happening now in October. And I think people are just concerned with what's going to happen with COVID and a second round of illnesses. could be the election, just the uncertainty of everything we're all experiencing. But I guess if I could say one thing, it's, these small businesses in town, whether it be Luca Boutique, Serendipity, Avila Winters, all of us are giving our stores our heart and soul. And it just means so much to us to be able to be there for the customers. And what we don't want to have happen is we lose more stores. I mean, losing a well-stocked home was a big loss for the town and the area, because people would come from out of the area to shop there. So if you want to be able to shop downtown and bring your friends and family who come to visit to shop local, go to the local restaurants, we need to see you out there. We need to be able to know that you're going to be here to support us. And that's the main thing I want to say during this time now, especially going into Christmas.
I couldn't improve upon the point you just made. I mean, that was really well said. And I agree with you that a well-stocked home was a really difficult closure county-wide and really regionally. It impacted a lot of people in their hearts. And I also appreciate the fact that you mentioned your neighboring businesses, because those are part of the renaissance that has happened in Woodland, and it's a lovely place to visit, and I want it to stay that way. So as you are finishing out this week, I know you must be incredibly busy getting ready for your move. That's a major thing. Is there anything you'd like to say to your customers?
I guess probably the most important thing is just to thank them. I don't want to start to cry, but just to thank them for their support. Every day going into the nest and working there, when the customer walks in, it's like their family and friends. They're happy to be there. We're happy that they're there. And a lot of times it's just, having great conversations with them and feeling like they're part of us as well, because they are. We're all part of this one big nest.
Okay. I have been talking with Betty Ricard. She's the owner of the Nest in downtown Woodland. She's moving personally, but we'll be back on a monthly basis, and the Nest will continue to operate just as it always has. Thank you so much for joining me, Betty.
Thank you, Heidi, and thanks for all you do to help support us and keep us alive.
Keep going. Thank you.
Okay.